Hey, what's going on everyone? How you guys doing today? It's Long here, and welcome back to another Steam 2 video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about two must-have weapons that you need to get before the season is over. This is the final week of the season, so this is pretty much your last chance to get these two great weapons before they go away and we never see them again. Or maybe see them again eventually, but we don't know. And those two weapons that we're going to be talking about today is the 7 Seraph CQB-12, the bunker shotgun, and the 7 Seraph Officer Revolver, another bunker weapon. These two weapons are some of the best weapons this season, so you definitely don't want to miss out on them. And let's talk about them, why they're good, and why you should be looking for them. I think that we're going to start off with the hand cannon, the revolver, because I'm just going to call it the Officer Revolver. I'm not going to call it the whole name the entire time. First of all, the Officer Revolver is a 180 hand cannon, and that alone, I think it's pretty divisive. Some people really like 180 hand cannons, like myself, and some people really don't like them. Maybe they feel that they're weak, they don't have enough range, and depending on your view on 180 hand cannons, that's pretty much gonna decide if you like this one or not. And if you don't like 180 hand cannons, this one will probably not change your mind, even though it has some fantastic things, especially one perk in particular that completely just makes the weapon worth it. Even that probably won't change your view on the 180s. But if you're someone that really likes 180s, you definitely want this thing. And yeah, I know I said that there's one perk that really makes it worth it. And the one perk that I'm talking about is Time Payload. Time Payload is pretty similar to Explosive Payload. You get more flinch when you shoot somebody. The only difference is that the explosion and the secondary damage is a bit delayed. And because of that, you actually end up causing double flinch. If you thought getting shot by a 180 hand cannon like the Trust with explosive rounds was already bad enough, now wait till you get hit by some double flinch from the 7 Seraph Officer Revolver. It's not something I see often for whatever reason, maybe just because not a lot of people decided to go for this weapon, but I've been using it for the last week or so, and Time Payload is just disgusting on this weapon. It's dirty. And it also comes with the added benefit of increasing your range a bit, used with explosive rounds, since the explosive part of the payload doesn't really get affected by damage drop off. So you'll still be able to do some pretty good damage at, medium range, even if your range stat isn't really the best. I only got 42 range on the one that I've been using, and it still seems to be doing pretty well medium to close range. You obviously can't go into long range, you're just gonna be tickling people, maybe actually giving them back health by shooting them. So yeah, you stick to medium to close range, and that's the sweet spot for this weapon. It's pretty much the perk that's a must have on this weapon. And for the other perks, you're looking for some range and possibly something to increase your magazine size. Because I think that's the biggest downside of the weapon, that you have a really small magazine. Like, hilariously small. So definitely try to get something that increases your magazine, and if you don't get anything, then definitely slap on the backup mag. You're gonna thank me. Okay, so now let's move on to the shotgun, the 7 Seraph CQB. And this one was a huge surprise for me. I actually did not expect the shotgun to be good at all. I thought it was just gonna be another shotgun that falls by the wayside, and I actually ended up being wrong. People actually really like the 7 Seraph. Whether it be because of its sound, its looks, maybe use the perks, it is a very popular shotgun that a lot of people seem to be using in the Crucible, and even in PvE every once in a while. But it's mostly for Crucible. That's mostly where you see it. So this shotgun is a lightweight frame shotgun, meaning that it has some fantastic handling, and you also get a movement speed buff when you have this weapon equipped, meaning that you feel lighter on your feet, you just run faster, you just feel much faster when you have this shotgun. And the combination of more speed and high handling makes this weapon feel really nice. Now, are the perks actually good for the weapon? And for the most part, yes. And it also comes with one of the newest perks that makes it really good against supers. And that's Bullet Weapon, which is going to increase weapon damage against vehicles and people in their supers. And it's mostly used to give the killing blow on a super. You won't really kill someone if they're full health, but if you shoot them with your primary, get them low, get them around half health or a little bit just over half health, and then shoot them with a shotgun, it's usually always results in a kill. It does a lot more damage than you would expect. Maybe not as much damage as a high impact shotgun would do with Bullet Weapon, but it's still some extra damage, and it increases the chances of you surviving with the supers just running at you. Especially since most of the time supers will not get to you at full health. They usually get peppered a bit, lose some of their health. So if they get anywhere close to half health, all you gotta do is you shoot them once, and they're gonna be gone. I've shut down so many supers with the 7 Seraph. It actually amazes me how good it actually is at shutting down supers. Another good perk that this thing can get, which is not really super necessary, might just makes the weapon feel even snappier and more responsive, is Quick Draw. Quick Draw is basically just gonna match on your handling, and I know this weapon already has some pretty good handling, but it becomes just ridiculously snappy and responsive with Quick Draw. So I actually would recommend to get some Quick Draw, because more handling is always better. So if you can get some Quick Draw on board the weapon, that would actually be pretty good. For the other perks, Rifle Barrel is pretty good, especially if you did get Quick Draw, because Quick Draw pretty much negates the one downside of Rifle Barrel, which is the decreased handling. So Rifle Barrel and Quick Draw are basically